Hi, Coach Shawn here. I bet if you could ask me something, it would be something like, what am I missing? Because the further you get away from that relationship, the clearer everything becomes, and you sit here and think, how did I not see this before? And even more confusing, why can't my children see it now? That's the part no one can explain to you when you're living through parental alienation. The truth is, when you're inside a relationship with someone who is manipulative, controlling, or emotionally abusive, you don't see it clearly. You question yourself. You try harder. You justify things you should never have to justify. But when you get out and time passes, it's like a fog lifts. And suddenly you're looking back thinking, oh my God, that wasn't normal. That wasn't love. That was control. But here's the part that will mess with your mind. You wake up, you see it clearly, you understand exactly what happened. And your children, they still don't. They stay aligned with the very person who caused the damage. And you sit there thinking, what am I missing? This makes no sense. Because as a parent, especially as you get older, you start thinking in reverse. You think about your own parents. And even if your relationship wasn't perfect, you understand something very deeply. You don't walk away from a parent unless there is a really damn good reason. And when you know that you loved your own children, you showed up, you sacrificed, you gave them everything you had, it becomes almost impossible to comprehend. And this is where you have to get really honest with yourself. You're not missing anything. What you're experiencing is what happens when someone else controls the narrative. When a child is influenced subtly or directly over time, their perception shifts. Not because you disappeared, not because you didn't love them, but because their lens was changed. And here's the part that nobody wants to say out loud. You cannot force someone to see what they are not ready to see. You can explain, you can defend yourself, you can try to correct the story, but the harder you push, the more it can actually reinforce the narrative they've been given. So what do you do with that? You come to terms with something that feels completely unnatural. You let time and life experience do what you cannot do. Because one day they will get older. They will have their own relationships, their own struggles, their own moments of betrayal, confusion, or loss. And when that happens, there's a very real possibility they will start to see things differently. And when that day comes, I just hope there's still time. So that if you're sitting there asking yourself, what am I missing? You're not missing anything. And if you're going through this, if you're trying to make sense of something that doesn't make sense, you're not alone. This is one of the hardest experiences a parent can go through. Please like and share, and I hope to see you in the next video.